Preparing and shipping a clock for overhaul. Wait for the balance to make this counterclockwise rotation and stop. Once the rotation has been completed, go ahead and set the locking lever in the locking position. You'll move the lever from the left side of the clock to the right side of the clock. We don't want this locking lever to accidentally come loose during shipping, so tuck it into the bottom corner. Notice the fork is in the right position. It's on the right center of the clock, and the impulse roller right there is on the left side of the fork. We want it locked in this position to ensure that the impulse roller does not impact the fork during shipping. A lot of care went into your overhaul, so we want to make sure that everything stays perfect. The clock is wrapped in cellophane, and I put rubber bands around the clock to ensure that the glass doesn't shift, bounce around during shipping. And we also want to take one more look at the bottom of the clock to ensure that the locking lever, which was in the right position, is now tucked in the bottom corner. It can't go anywhere and come loose during shipping. This is the first box of 2. The clock is put in the box. I have some padding installed under the clock. Next, some bubble wrap is installed around the clock, and don't forget to put some bubble wrap on top of the clock to protect that glass or plexiglass. Next, the box is placed in a 14 by 14 FedEx box packed with bubble wrap, and again, more packing on top. And there we have it. The box is ready to ship. Next, we're going to review what to do when you receive your clock. The clock was shipped with the fork in the right position. Make sure that when you receive the clock, the fork is still in the same position. Next, we're going to put the clock in the position that it's going to stay in for a long time and level it. I'm using the 2 leveling screws on the front of the clock. There is a third leg on the back of the clock that's not adjustable. Sometimes you have to shim that leg with some pieces of paper. If you don't have a good bubble level, or you have a clock that does not have a level, you can always just use a regular level to level the case. It's very important to make sure your clock is perfectly plumb. The annular space between the balance tube and the stop should be equal. Local time is 12:05. We're going to begin starting the clock up by releasing the locking lever from the balance. We're going to wait for it to just barely move the balance, then wait until 12:05 and 15 seconds, and then completely release the clock. Now your clock is up and running. Let it acclimate to your area. In about another month, you can begin regulating it with your regulation lever at the top of the clock. Enjoy.